The Queen appears on the Buckingham Palace balcony to mark the end of Platinum Jubilee celebrations. The monarch says she has been humbled and deeply touched. 10,000 people take part in a huge platinum pageant featuring the performers and celebrities from each decade of the Queen's reign.
We're going to end with quite a lot of colour for you. 4 days of celebration for Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee.
At the front pages of this morning's papers, one story, one image perhaps dominating there. The Telegraph quotes from the Queen's statement of thanks at the conclusion of her Jubilee weekend, saying, "While I may not have attended every event in person, my heart has been with you all." Mirror echoes those words as well. Same in the Daily Mail there. The Express makes those words from Her Majesty its top story. You can see what they did there. Perhaps the Metro calls the events magical with a J. The Times says the message from the palace balcony was this is the future of the monarchy. The Sun sums it up with, "Thank you, Mum." Now, away from the Jubilee, The Guardian reports that Conservative MPs loyal to Boris Johnson are now resigned to the idea that a vote of confidence in his leadership is inevitable. The Eye describes relations between government whips and those who want the Prime Minister out as toxic. And the Financial Times leads with news that the value of stock market company share flotations has fallen by 90% thanks to the war in Ukraine and rising inflation and interest rates. The Star tells us that a tropical storm is on the way.
The Queen takes centre stage at the end of 4 days of Platinum Jubilee celebrations and sends a message of thanks to the nation.
From street parties and bonfires to parades and concerts, one estimate says nearly 70 million people took part.
We've got smiles on our faces this morning, haven't we, Carol? How was your weekend?
Absolutely.
Did you enjoy it?
It was fabulous, thank you, John. I was in Saltcoats on Thursday evening and, oh my goodness, the sunset was just glorious.
Yeah, look, you looked great on the special. You had a beacon up there. What were your other abiding memories? What did you enjoy over the weekend?
Oh my goodness, well, I had some lovely guests on Thursday to start with fab memories of meeting Her Majesty, but also just the fun, the excitement in the air. We went out for lunch with some friends, which was just fabulous. There was a street party where I was as well. It was just brilliant. I'll never forget it, actually. What about yourselves?
We had a good weekend. We both were reflecting here. Lots of partying, lots of seeing friends and family, dodging the showers. But yeah, all good, all good. We're just going to look through the papers, actually, because all the papers this morning, Carol, and everybody, are just dominated by those images. The images are just fantastic, aren't they?
Yeah, I know it was on television for most of the weekend, but actually the images in the papers this morning are really special. All the papers focusing on the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. The Mirror's front page there, you can see the Queen with her great-grandson, Prince George, on the Buckingham Palace balcony yesterday.
Here's the front page of the Mail. The headline, "My heart has been with you all," is their headline. That's a quote from the Queen's written message a thank you to the public, obviously acknowledging the fact that she wasn't there in person throughout the weekend, but she was at the beginning and the end.
The Telegraph says the Queen reaffirmed her commitment to serve the nation during the close of the Jubilee, despite being forced to miss much of the long weekend's events because of her mobility issues, which we have talked about, haven't we, on the programme?
Yeah, and the Times interprets the choice of which royals were on the balcony yesterday, saying that it was a slimmed-down group, symbolising the future of the monarchy. We used to see those packed balconies, didn't we, with everybody there, all the cousins.
Trying to spot who was who.
Yeah, but this time it was the direct line of descendants.
Can we talk about Louis?
Yeah, let's talk about Louis. Everyone's talking. Because if this weekend was about one person, it was Louis.
Prince Louis. I think he stole the show, I think, a little bit, maybe perhaps in the royal box.
It was a Jubilee.
It was a Jubilee. Fantastic pictures. Can I just say, anyone who... There he is. Look at this. That's right at the start. Not looking particularly impressed. Anyone with children will understand keeping them amused while on show.
That's a classic,
and well-behaved. Look, that's my favourite. Is quite something.
They're all just ignoring him.
They are just ignoring him, aren't they? But I love this. In the I think it's the Mirror today. It's a brilliant shot of Mike Tyndall doing that to him, saying, "Look, I've got my eyes on you."
Yeah. I love the fact that they didn't take him to the concert on Saturday night, having learned their lesson on Thursday and Friday.
He's so good. Let's have a look at that. There we have Louis waving in the parade. I know at one point Princess Charlotte told him to stop waving.
Yes.
A little bit too enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. There he is. Yeah, that's the three children there, all.
I love watching the
crowd.
dynamic between the three of them as well. You know, big brother and big sister, and here we go. Oh God, he's got to be careful there, Louis. Which fingers is that?
Yeah.
And his brother's face says it all. And here we go at the parade yesterday afternoon. I think.
Oh look, that classic kid move. Put your hand over your mum's mouth. I don't like what you're saying. Please stop talking.
I think we should have just had a Louis cam where you could press the red button and just watch Louis for the whole weekend.
I think we essentially did, though, didn't we? This is what we can share with you this morning. All these gorgeous pictures of Prince Louis, who was so well behaved and at times maybe just a little tiny bit bored. What do you think?
Oh, it was brilliant. Should we just stay on these all morning, all week, maybe?
Look at that. Vehemently disagreeing with his mum there.
Who just does the opposite of what everybody... When they're all waving, he doesn't.
And, I mean, I think, was that the Red Arrows moment, maybe?
Yes.
Quite loud.
Yeah, it was loud.
I mean,
Love
it's
it.
Understandable.
I'm just reading here in the Mail that the marmalade sandwiches, the Paddington Bear, they've got an inside scoop here in the Mail today. They call it Operation Marmalade. Very good. And they're saying that it was all top secret.
Well, imagine keeping that secret for however long it took them to make that film, because it will have taken some time. This is what we're talking about. This gorgeous film that was shown over the weekend. Paddington meeting Her Majesty for tea, the palace.
Oh, yes, please.
Her Majesty the Queen has the most impeccable comic timing.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Doesn't she?
And now we know what's in the handbag.
In the handbag. I'm sure she's met more challenging people than that before, over the years.
Apparently it was filmed in March, it says in the Mail, and not even Prince Charles knew it had happened. So when we saw their reactions in the crowds...
That was real.
That was real. They were shocked. It was brilliant. You wouldn't tell Prince Louis, would you? You wouldn't share a secret with Prince Louis.
You might not get Prince Louis to join in either.
We've seen the royal family's pictures. We would love to see your family pictures this morning of the Jubilee weekend, because there have been some crackers on social media, haven't there?
Let's have a look at this. This is from James, who posted this video of his neighbour Steve. Oh, I love this. Watch this. It is his very own red arrows fly past. With this trailing smoke and everything.
Budget edition. That's fantastic.
Isn't that brilliant?
Oh, I love it. Here he comes again. Yay! Louis would have coped with the noise of that one. We've got another one here. This is 10-year-old Sam, who was outside drumming over the weekend, complete with Union flags. He's having a time of his life. That's great. I don't know where the neighbours are. I think they've probably gone out the back.
I know. Done, let's take the drum kit outside, shall we?
Yes. I've got an idea, son. Honestly, it's been absolutely great.